Hey everyone, Cary here with Cary Kolat, presented by RUDIS. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them at the bottom of this video, or obviously tweet at me or tweet at RUDIS and they'll get them to me. I'm on the road traveling this week, and I wanted to make sure I got something out to you this week, and so you see the background has changed a little bit for me. But the question I had this week is, can someone lead a program without any prior wrestling experience? And the situation is, it's a program where if someone doesn't jump in there, the program's not going to exist. They want their kid to have the opportunity to wrestle. They obviously appreciate the sport. So yeah, in this case, yeah, it can be done. It's obviously you prefer to have some wrestling experience or knowledge, but in the end, basically it comes down to leadership, and where you're not strong, you got to put the right people in place on the bus. You know, for me, I always say my assistant coaches, when I look at assistant coach, I'm looking for somebody that's got a strength that I don't possess, or something I don't feel I'm as good at, and so I try to put somebody in place that can complement me. So I have my position and my role and how I lead the program. My assistants make up different positions and how they lead the program, and they pick up the slack where I'm not strong, and I pick up the slack where they're not strong. That's how an organization is run. If you're trying to put people in place that are not better than you, and you're trying to protect your ego, or protect your position, then you're not going to have a strong program. So, you know, my answer to that question is this: it would be preferable if you had some wrestling experience. But what you lack in experience, bring in all those qualities that you have. I'm sure you know, if you're a parent, I'm assuming you have some kind of job and some kind of occupation. You want to hire people or bring people on board who have knowledge that you don't possess. So, you know, as the head coach, do the administrative stuff. Do all the stuff that most head coaches do not want to do. They don't want to sit down and answer emails. They don't want to sit down all the time and do the paperwork. You know, so that could be your strength. That could be where, you know, you step in and lead the program. Do the scheduling, you know, run it by your assistant coaches if you don't have wrestling knowledge, and say, when's the appropriate time to take a break in the schedule? When's the appropriate time to pick it up? You know, but then you go out and you make the calls and you get the scheduling done. You know, get the buses lined up for the program, for the travel. Do all those things where you can be strong, because that's part of running a program. You know, there's all kind of different things. I always say at the college level, you know, now in today's world, with as fast as it moves, you know, there's got to be somebody in charge of the social media and making sure your program is out in front of recruits. So at some point they see it and they have, you know, knowledge of your program. You know, administrative in terms of travel, in terms of schedule. So there's all these things that go along with running a program, not just the coaching aspect. And then my suggestion is you go out and you hire coaches that can do what you can't do. And that's run the room, train the kids, get them ready. So, you know, this is, you know, again, this is a very short, you know, answer. But yeah, absolutely. You know, I think just having the courage to step up without the knowledge, you know, is first more shows you're a leader and shows you can get it done. But all right, I wish you all the best, and I'll talk to you all next week, and keep the questions coming.